All right, there it is. It should be coming up over on YouTube. That should be all set. We'll wait for confirmation and we'll get rocking and rolling here. So let's
There
save
it
this
is.
new code. Perfect. All right, let's make sure this is all good here. Okay, excellent. All right, guys,
Yep,
welcome over
we're
on
good.
YouTube. You have not missed much. We're just talking about the stuff from yesterday. We're into Baba now. We also had Neo on deck. Again, very rough start, a little bit choppy here, and then the takeoff. That was very nice. AMD, yeah, very similar to AMD, Apple, and all of these, just kind of trading very similar yesterday. Not a whole lot of difference in them. You know, it's just kind of following the overall market and the things we've seen over the last couple of what three weeks or so. We've been at this for now, maybe a little bit more. Just kind of seeing what the SPY does and seeing how other markets are, how other stocks are actually reacting to that. Uh, Peter, let's get to our market post. What is the latest and greatest of overall market?
Uh, Sorry. Yes.
No, take your time.
People
Take
are
your time.
just
We have a few things going on today.
people are reporting issues, but it sounds YouTube sounds okay to me, so I think we're good. Um, yeah. Well, you know what? Today so far is setting up to be a pretty quiet day. Markets are either marginally up or marginally down. Checking the Bear Bulls trading terminal. As we're rolling that out, I basically am seeing support of that with the global indexes. They are really not significantly changed, as we're going to see in a second. The gappers list is just a bunch of familiar names, and there's not that many of them. We don't have really any announcements of note coming into the market today, and I have no IPOs or specs. So, it's looking like a pretty quiet Friday. So, that being said, there's always something to trade. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to find something, but so far there's only two things I see that are really moving, and I'm sure we're going to get to them in the list. So maybe we should just go right there.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It has, yeah, it's a quiet pre-market. I agree. We're not seeing it crazy movements just yet. So we'll see what kind of Friday this is. I mean, with all the excitement we had this week, we could use a slow start for now at least. Let's take a look here, guys, at our gappers list. We have a few in the green this morning. Indo continues to come up here. They're at 3.7 today. We'll take a look at that one. That is our risky stock there. And we have Becky. Again, names not looking too great. A couple of Chinese tickers. Baidu is in here. Futu is in here as well. HUSA, we know that's been making some noise also. They're in this as well. So gapping down a couple of tickers as well. We have a X, we have CCL, and the CUK, which is their different class share. And we got some other ones here. But again, not a big list right now. Not a great list at the moment.
No, and
That
as you see
that
when
can change.
you're going to start going through them, they're a lot of
Not looking
them
great.
just look terrible.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll be probably one of those mornings where we have to kind of wait and see where the price action and the volume is going to show up at. We might not get it here in the pre-market this morning. We'll see based on our gappers list. STNE, we've seen this pop up before. It's one of these lower price stocks that tends to move very aggressively. They had a couple of days here where they're just, again, very aggressive on the moves here. We had a drop here not so long ago back in November. And since then, has not really done anything well. Gapping up here this morning, 31%. Peter, do we have any great news on this one worth watching?
Yeah, it's one of the few where the price action actually looks decent pre-market. So there is news. They actually had bad earnings of I can't remember. I think it was last week, but they announced this morning that they're making almost a wholesale change in their management team. Just keep in mind, this is a Brazilian company headquartered in the Caymans. I mean, it's got a big float, but just to me, usually that means that the price action can be a little unpredictable. So I think I'm going to keep an eye on it just because it seems to be moving okay and it's got decent volume, but I don't really have high hopes that personally I'll end up trading.
Yep. Agree 100% there. STNE guys, again, it's looking decent, but I'm not a big fan of it. I'll put it on here STNE as a possible for now. It is in play. I just don't like that stock as much as I would anything else. Here's
Mhm.
PIK. Now, this was the low flow stock that was heavily in play yesterday. I'm gonna go back here to our left and see our yesterday's action. You had a beautiful pre-market action on this. Market open, you had a nice pop, and then just went sideways for the entire day into about 3 o'clock or so. you did get a nice breakout from 3 to 6. So again, these stocks, guys, these lower flow stocks, not easy to trade. So be very careful if you're going to be looking at these. Now today, they're up another
Yeah.
21%. So
Yeah,
uh,
there's
I
no new
mean,
news, so I think it's just
yeah.
a continuation of the excitement from yesterday. Brian did get a trade live in our chat room off the open on this, but
Hmm.
then, as you said, you had to be really patient because it was sort of moving sideways all day until what sometimes happens where it pops up in the late
Yeah.
afternoon. So we've got almost 8 million shares traded so far this morning. So obviously it's or a little over 8 million now, and it's obviously in play. The price action has been going sideways for the last half hour, though. So I don't know. I don't know what to expect from it. I might keep an eye on it, but definitely as a secondary type play.
All right. I agree. We'll put it on here. So again, risky stuff, guys. Be very careful. All right. So I'm getting confirmation that the audio in the room is a little choppy. So guys, if it is for you, reset on your end. I'm gonna reset on my end as well. So over on YouTube, just be a little bit patient with us here as we reset the room for the audio. I'm gonna reset, but if you're having issues on my end, on your end, also reset as well. Wait, everybody's telling me it's fine now. It's good.
Yeah, some of our members are saying it's fine. Others are saying it's choppy. So that's probably something going on with
Okay, so
the
if we're
browser.
fine for most people, then try to resetting it on your end. Okay, all good. Let's rock and roll. Then let's do this. All right,
Yeah.
let's head down here to Becky. Guys, Becky yesterday was also gapping up. It sold off really aggressively. I did not keep this one on deck, but look at the sell off you had here on Becky yesterday. Again, without being able to see how great that price action was, it looks like it did trade very clean. Looking at it after the fact. So this morning they're up 5%. So they're daily looking. I gotta say, this is interesting, right? You had a drop here over the last couple of days, weeks, gapped up a few days ago. Yesterday, I believe you had gapped up as well, sold off, and today you're gapping up. So just overall interesting on the way this thing is forming here on the daily. I will put it as a possible. I know this is a favorite for most. And we'll come back to that. KC this morning, they are coming up here, not looking good, guys. So we'll skip on that one. Indo, we know this low flow has made some noise in the past. What did it end up doing yesterday? I know yesterday gapped up as well. Yeah, it's just this is horrible. Yeah, I'm not gonna add this one. Lee this morning.
Endo, just like we were
Yeah,
talking about yesterday morning, if you want to trade that sector, again, Oxy was the better play. So,
yeah.
I think that's one I will just continue to keep an eye on. And Indo is not that much of interest to me.
Yeah. And Oxy, by the way, I had it on my list yesterday. This one was really good, guys. This was traded very, very well. We knew the daily was setting up nicely here when it gapped up, and you see the run it had right to the level that we expected. Of course, this area of resistance we've been getting here over the last couple of days. So, yeah, Oxy, we'll put on deck right now. That one looks good if you want to keep an eye on that. Here's Baidu. Not looking great right now, gapping up 2.3. This reminds me of Baba. I'm definitely going to be watching Baba again today. Why not? Let's just end the week watching this one and see what happens here. I'm going to remove the levels we have on this because our highs and lows are doing a pretty good job. So we'll reset those. But we'll add Baba to the list here. Some crazy activity that we've seen on that one. HUSA. No, I'm not going to put this one on. And we have Futu here, another Chinese company gapping up 2.1. Again, a lot of Chinese companies up this morning after being up huge the last couple of days as well. Futu being one of them, which actually pre-market is not great, but their daily is. Their daily is really good here. The last couple of days, this is nice. Higher lows as you're getting here. Man, any signs of strength, you can easily probably hit that 37.50. Uh, yeah, this is. Yes, I am talking positive about Futu. How exciting is that? So, I know it doesn't happen often, but
Believe it or not.
today, believe it or not, they look pretty decent. She was gapping down, guys. SEDG this morning, no good. And typically, this stock doesn't get any volume. Just look it down here. If you see what's happening there, just barely any volume there, 1.2 million. And the max I'm seeing is 2.4 on their best days. For this stock, price at 300 and change. And spread is brutal. Yeah, it's just not. This is not fun. Um, X. Let's go down to X today. X doesn't have the volume. They're gapping down 3.3, but the volume is not there though, and that's going to be important. They might get it at the open, but I'm not seeing anything worth watching right now on X. And then we have CCL here. This is a different. For those that don't know, CUK is a different share class for CCL as well. But CCL tends to trade a whole lot better. and usually gets the most volume. But looking at it this morning, the volume is still very light. 319 is not great for them. So maybe a possible, see if that can pick up. But again, slim pickings this morning so far. Let's take it to the room and see what you guys have. But before we do that, Peter, anything on your end that you like?
Just a couple of notes. First, a shout out to Ed, who runs our other chat room. Ed likes to trade after hours, and he actually is still in a trade on FedEx, FDX.
Yes,
So they had
yes, I did
earnings
see
last
that.
night. And I mean, being a NYSE stock, it doesn't tend to trade well pre-market, but he's going to be looking for a drop on that. And I said it did have earnings. The other one that had earnings was GME of all things. So they sort of had mixed results. Again, should we expect something from it? I have no idea, but pre-market, it's not looking fantastic. So, but those are the two that I was watching from last night that had earnings, and
Yeah.
no earnings really of note this morning, by the
GameStop, no shorts on this one. I like the daily on this one, man. I really do, but no shorts available with interactive brokers. It might still be worth adding here, but without the short part there,
way.
because I'm telling you, this looks rather weak. If we lose that level, not saying we will, there could be a nice little flush there that can come very aggressive on GameStop. So we'll have to see. And FedEx, yes, FedEx guys, beautiful trade by Ed. If you are not following Ed on Twitter, you can. I don't have his Twitter handle handy, but just follow at bearbutraders.com, and usually we retweet some of the stuff from the moderators there. You watch that one, you can follow everybody else from there. So at bearbutraders.com over at Twitter, and you can keep up with a lot of great stuff that gets posted there. All right, let's take it to the room, my friends. What do we have here this morning? Starting with our friend here. Let's go more up, more up. Oh, hold on. This thing is scrolling down on me automatically. Let's go up and let's look at who do we have? Let's start with Fabio. You're giving us BA and mRNA. Let's take a look at BA here today. BA this morning, they are gapping up 2%. Volume is a little bit light. I like the daily. Nice little pop there. We need more from it, but I do like what I'm seeing daily wise. mRNA, um, hmm. I'm not sure on mRNA. How did it trade yesterday? I know yesterday they were trying to make some noise yesterday, but yeah, not a whole lot of action yesterday on it. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from this one now. I think though, this could be interesting though. This daily here, with everything going on in the news, it could be actually very interesting. Let's not dismiss it right away. mRNA, we'll come back to that one in just a bit. BA Steve, thank you. We'll look at that too. Triple H giving us Neo. Neo this morning, it's got the volume 1.2 million shares traded, and we know yesterday they were very active. It took the first part of the morning was a little bit rough. We need to get through this kind of garbage trading here, and then eventually turned out real nice, right? And today, guys, with it being a little slower morning than usual, at least with the spies, you might need to wait a little bit longer for things to settle down, right? You might have a choppy open or not just an exciting open have we seen in the last couple of days. Neo has the volume, the pre-market, not too exciting right now. The daily does look good. Might be worth still keeping an eye on this one. So Neo put on there. Sohan, you're giving us Mara. Mara. No, I'm not. I am not seeing great volume. Only 66,000, which is not gonna do it for us right now. And the daily is it's interesting daily, by the way. Look how clean as far as support and resistance and the range that Mara is following. Didn't quite get to it, but look at this. This is definitely a very clear range between what seems to be 2766, which is the low of the pre-market, for today, which has been a level of support and resistance big time. And then look at this range down here at the bottom. If you're a range type trader and you're tracking this, man, it doesn't get cleaner than that, I would think. I mean, you could clearly see where you
That
want to short, where you want to long.
Yeah, and that pretty much mirrors the Bitcoin
Hmm.
prices that we've been seeing. So, being a
Yeah.
Bitcoin miner, it just sort of follows that trend.
Yeah, following that pretty tight there. So again, not seeing anything explosive on this one. It'd be nice to get some kind of breakout here, but you are going to need a lot of help from the overall Bitcoin sector to kind of get that going. And if that doesn't happen, then this could just be dead in the waters for right now, or at least not as exciting. The Neo is on deck. Thank you, Cam. Thank you, Propeller 667. Heading down. Oh, oh no, hold on. Heading down here. What do we have? BA looks good. We have BA, CCL. Yes, that is supposed to be CCL. Thank you. CCL there, secondary. Not looking great right now. We'll see if that changes. Apple, yeah, Propeller 67. Apple, of course, especially today. I mean, there's not a whole lot here that looks great. There's a lot of potential in some of the daily setups that we have from this week and last. But for the most part, it's not looking like a great list. Apple will keep on here, which, by the way, doesn't look too exciting as well, neither. It doesn't look too great this morning. Twitter, yes, Twitter. It's one we want to definitely take a look at this morning. Huge day yesterday, guys. Look at Andrew's recap on Twitter. Just an incredible. Now, talk about a stock that went from 0 to 60, right? Like no activity happening in the market open, was not on our radars at all. And just look at the market open. The bell here takes off. Andrew took an incredible trade on Twitter. Check out his recap on YouTube. And yeah, it could be good for secondary play right now. Very, very quiet though. I'm even concerned to put it on the list. Only 22,000 shares traded. Um, I'm not sure. Not sure. Secondary for now. Not that it means much to have a good pre-market action based on what it did yesterday. It just took off no matter what. Um, all right, we'll stop here, guys. Tesla and Lucid next, and then we'll go over to our YouTube chat, see what's happening over there. Tesla this morning, big day yesterday. They're getting some movement right now. They're dropping a little bit, 0.5%. Um, yeah, it could be okay. Could be okay. Yesterday, good trading yesterday. Any news on Tesla, Peter? Yesterday, I wasn't really watching it like that. But this looks
I mean,
very
they've
interesting.
had some news about, if you remember, their plant got shut down because of the COVID issues. Their Chinese plant in Shanghai
Yeah.
got shut down because of
Hmm.
COVID. This morning, I was hearing that they're, after only a brief shutdown, they're going to reopen it. So there's some of that going on. I mean, they've been talking about price increases. So there's lots of sort of little bits of news, but nothing. Nothing massive. I mean,
Yeah.
Tesla doesn't seem to really need a news excuse to move, right?
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
it just goes.
They really do not. And it's probably one of the only EVs that actually stopped selling off, right? All the other EVs, if you look at them, they just, especially on the Chinese side, just kept selling off. This one held on here pretty nice, this $800 level. So if things are slowly getting back into a better situation, they might be going for long, but we'll have to see. Lucid this morning, great day yesterday as well. Pretty quiet right now. So I have Neo, which seems to have the better volume.
Yeah, and all of the EVs are in play because of different bits of news between price increases. Like Lucid was reporting this morning that they said, they've got some manufacturing delays, but it has nothing to do with chips. They wanted to reassure people it's not chips. In their case, they said I can't remember, it was like carpeting and windshields or something that they couldn't get a hold of, so that's
Mm,
causing a delay. So I think that's just keeping the EV sector moving. You were
yeah.
talking about ranges. Just back on Tesla, I love the daily on Tesla if and when it breaks out. I mean, to me, look at this range that it's in, and if it gets back up over 900, I mean, there's lots of room up here. Yes, exactly. You can see these sort of two ranges that it's set up, and then 900 to what is that, 40 or so? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. Something right in
Right. Like
here. So yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
if it does make that breakthrough, it's got some room to run to the upside. But Tesla, you just never know. So I'll keep an eye on it. I don't usually trade it just because it's a little too volatile for me. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I agree with that. We'll love this for the long side, not for the short end at the moment.
We got
Uh,
Megan's attention. We said ranges. She's like, "Hello,
yes.
what?" Well, there you go. Check out Tesla, Megan. I think it's got some good ranges going.
All right, guys, we'll stop here. Let's take a look over on our YouTube chat, see what our friends have over there. Neo, we have Phil. Thank you for that one. Futu has volume, but yeah, I don't think I ever traded it neither. Ben Futu, but we do have it on here. It does have some good volume this morning, 1.8, and I like the daily as well. Daily higher lows here for the last couple of days, and you're ending green on here, and you're up above the previous day close. You got some potential to get going here on Futu. So that could be interesting. Then yes, a good one. Neo, Amazon. We don't really trade Amazon. It's one of these stocks that are difficult to trade for the intraday
No.
trades. So I'd rather watch something else. I'd rather watch something else. BA, yeah, we checked BA, guys. So BA is good. We have BA on here. See a lot of you guys throwing this one out here. BA, yeah, BA is above the previous day close here. Volume 180. But it looks interesting though, like it wants to pick up more volume here, and I think it will. Up 2% right now. Yeah, I like the daily on it. We're breaking out of 190. Might actually be one to move up today. Is there any
Yeah.
news on BA? I forgot to check my my daily oracle here on
The only
BA.
news I found, there was a report of Boeing that Delta Airline was putting in an order for 10 new planes from them. So that's always good news when they get new plane orders. But other than
Oh yeah,
that,
Delta. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I haven't seen anything else.
All right, well, that's good news. Especially on,
Yeah.
on an aircraft that had issues and it looks like it's getting back into circulation and ordering, so that's good for
Yeah.
them.
On YouTube, you were asking about Amazon, just going back on that quickly. I mean, just stay patient there, right? If you like Amazon, just wait. When this 20 for 1 stock split actually hits, I fully expect it to be in play. I think it's going to start showing up on our list and it's going to be something we're going to be trading. But, currently at the price it's at and the way it trades, it's really not interesting for a day trade, but it'll come in play. I'm pretty confident.
Absolutely. Um, right, guys, I think we are all set. We are going to stop here. Let's get to our community events and announcements, and then we will come back and fine tune this list. And I'm actually let's get next week's list here. So I'm gonna go straight to our website so you guys can see the latest and greatest of what we got going on. And let me just make sure. We also got some promotions here that we can share with you guys for this time. All right, let's see over here. Let's get it over there. All right, guys. So here's our website. You can come over if you ever want to see what's going on, members or people over on YouTube. You can come over to webinars, click on this, and you have every live webinar that we are doing every week. So we'll give you kind of like a 2-week snapshot of what's going on, and I'll let Peter take it away from here, starting with Monday.
Yeah, Alan's asking when that stock split happens on Amazon. I don't remember, and I was just trying to find it in the news. I didn't see it, so I'm not sure. I'm sure someone out there will know. June 6th. There you go. So, thank you for that. Okay, guys. While we have a low volume and relatively slow Friday on the markets, there's always things happening here at Bearable Traders. So just to recap our week, every week we have a series of activities that happens every single day. Friday is probably our least busy day as we sort of wind down and go into the markets as well, but we still have things happening, live trading in the room here all day, as well as normally we have the cryptocurrency session that happens this morning in the room with Jared. So looking forward to that. But don't forget, if you're a new member, this is a great time to join because then you can take advantage of the onboarding session that we have every Monday that Carlos gives. And it's usually followed by our technology webinar that Kyle is sort of our resident guru on all things the hotkeys and effective use of your platform. So that's well worth attending and paying attention to. Is always some valuable information. Tuesdays, we then sort of start to move into our strategy and trade book activities in the room. We have Artie, for example, that also comes and talks about options and stuff. The words escape me. Anyways, he's here Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then we have our strategy activities that happen in the evening. So next week, Megan is actually going to be talking to us on how to use larger time frames. If you know Megan's trading and she shares it with us, usually just after the open, around 10:30 or so, she jumps on and shares her trade. She's always looking at the bigger time frames and how she can sort of leverage those trends as well as the levels. That's why she perked up when we were talking about levels on Tesla to sort of determine her trading ranges, and it's been very effective for her. So she'll share more about that with us next Tuesday, the 22nd at 8 p.m., our usual time for the webinars. And then the week after, I'll be presenting how to trade the right share size for you, or we'll go over sort of an approach to how you can determine what share size you should trade. Wednesdays then is always about psychology. We have Kreda next week talking about her mental edge workshop. So this is the second group going to talk about maintaining trading performance. So it's always good. Earlier time, keep that in note whenever Kreda presents. It's at 5 o'clock as opposed to 8, also in the webinar room. And then the week after next, to close out the month, we'll have Mike talking about his part 3 in how to trade in strategy sets. Thursdays, like we mentioned yesterday, is all about mentorship, and we had our mentorship session. And Jared's crypto session should be at 11. I hope, Jared, you can confirm that you're able to do that today, but it'll be at 11 and we'll get that in there. Yes, there we go. 11 o'clock in the webinar room. So, anyways, mentorship happens on Thursday. Yesterday, we had a number of great mentorship sessions. So, hopefully, you attended those. And here we go, right on the screen. There's your cryptocurrency session. So, with Jared. As we like to keep telling you, don't be shy in going to our stock trading simulator. It's free for everybody, no obligation. Go and take a spin. If you just want to sort of back test or test your strategies on stocks, it gives you a great way to do that. You can speed up or slow down the market. You can go back and review. You can run multiple stocks at the same time and compare them. It's really just a great tool that we at Bearable Traders have developed for your use. And again, absolutely no cost. We promise you it's not a hidden fee type thing. It is totally free. We just wanted to make that available because we didn't see tools like that were easily available for traders. So go take advantage of that. And we still have the Valentine's, but we did know by going to the website that if you want to join for a weekly trial, it's always available. You can join us for 1 week on a trial membership. See what the room is like. There's so much that happens every day, and it's not only great information, it's a lot of fun. Frankly, I love talking with the people. We always have a lot of fun, especially in the afternoons when the markets slow down. So we keep ourselves busy while monitoring everything that's happening out there. So look to join us. I think you're going to find value in it. And if you've done that and you want to sort of get a discount, you can get a discount using, here we go, now Carlos has got it up, right off of our website, using the St. Patrick's Day 50% discount. Use the code LUCKY50 to get half price on our annual Elite membership. And that gives you access to everything we do. All of the webinars, all of our training material, our inventory in the education center, as well as, of course, the live trading in both our trading rooms, not only in the main chat, but also in Ed's room. That's all yours for one low fee. So there you go. With that, we do have a couple of levels to set. Like I sort of said at the beginning of this, overall volume is low. So that's something that, I just keep an eye on. But you know what? I know there's going to be something to trade. There always is.
Always something comes out of trading in the morning. So we'll see. Something will pop up for sure. All right, guys, let's get some levels in here, starting with Oxy. So looking at Oxy right now, daily looks just beautiful on Oxy, guys. I mean, this thing is just ready to rock here. Just a great day yesterday, great breakout type day. And then today on the daily looking real nice, sitting right at that level of great resistance over at the previous day close, 58.01. That's that level right on there. So as far as levels, we're looking to the pre-market highs. We'll put it on there. This is going to be 58.79. And for those looking to trade, the energy type plays, this is a real good one here. Above that, we do have 59.57. They tend to move a whole lot better than some of the oil type companies that we've seen out there. So towards the bottom, guys, highs and lows from the last 2 trading days. You see that right over here, doing a pretty good job. The only one I'm probably going to add is going to be this one here, 56.55, and then we'll leave it there. This is not the all-time highs. I believe it's a little bit higher, but we're going way back. So I'm not going to go back all the way to whatever time frame that is, but I saw something. I'm not going to go back.
Yeah.
But
You go back prior to 2019, and yeah, the price was up over $100. So
yeah, I'm not going to go back there. I'm going to use it as my 52-week high, which is still in a great level for resistance. We use that there. And then if needed, you can always go all the way back there. But after that, what I'll look at the whole dollar numbers as levels for now at least. Let's head over to Baba, guys, which has been just incredible. Look at the moves on Baba. We're trading this thing at 70, popped up, gapped up with 20%, ended up with like 38% by that time it was done. And then a couple of days here, we've seen some good sell-off and pops again. And today we are pretty much flat. So I don't know. We might not be getting a whole lot out of this one. I know the both pre-market days in the past were very active. This one is not as active, but we'll see what comes out of this one. Low of the pre-market, guys, sitting at 99.03. High of the pre-market is in the green, actually, at 101.03. So in the green early, very, very early on, and back into the rest. So that looks good. And then once you put those two levels, highs and lows, you're surrounded by the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days, setting up a pretty good setup here. I don't think you have to add any other levels outside of this. You got a lot of ranges on there.
and
MR, yeah.
Sorry, just to reinforce there on Bubba,
Sure.
look at how well both the highs and lows of Bubba over the previous 2 days line up with previous days. So, look at the
Yeah.
low of 2 days ago, and then the low of the what is that, the 11th right there? I mean, it's pretty much right at the same level.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at, yeah, and then yesterday's low and the one that you're talking about on the 8th, those match up. So you can see how these levels play, right? There's definite, validity to it. We don't set them
Hmm.
just
Yeah.
for no
Yeah.
reason. It's
Yeah.
because
I
we tend
agree.
to respect
I agree
those.
100%. These daily levels are important, and we get asked a lot for a video on levels. I think we have some in our education center, but if we do not have one that's recent, I don't think we do. We'll create one, guys. We'll get one over in our education center. Maybe we'll put one over for YouTube on how we set these levels and what we're looking for. Just a little more in depth of what we're doing there. For those newer members, especially. mRNA, guys, this morning, daily looking really nice here. Beautiful breakout. It had a couple of really good days. I'm not a big fan of it, but I think it has potential. I really do. I think the way it's setting up right now above the previous day close, we're up 2.5 on it. Needs more volume for sure. I expect they're going to get at the market open. And with everything going on, the news over in China and elsewhere with COVID rising, these guys can actually get going here. And I think what was the country that ordered like a ton amount of shots again? If
Japan.
Japan, right? So again,
Yeah.
that is obviously good for these guys here. So a couple of levels, 173, 177.38. I have it here on my main list, but the minute our moderators throw something out that looks better, that one might get bumped off. I'll tell you that much here. Here's Neo, guys. Neo is pretty much flat right now. It has the volume, but again, it's just not really doing anything pre-market. Daily looks good. Higher lows here, as we've seen in a lot of these Chinese companies that were just been beat up, guys. Been beat up for the last couple of days, not days, really weeks and months here. Seeing some kind of light and some kind of bounce in this week. Neo 1925 high of the pre-market. Above this, we're seeing 2044, guys. Look at this great level there. Area support later becomes resistance and more resistance here. That is what you want to see on a level. The more touches a level has, the better and stronger that level is going to be. So 2044 is a good one. And then we have this one up here as well, which is decent. We're going to mark it down. I don't think we'll need a hell of a day or market open to get up there because I'm not seeing those type of moves happening today, especially on a Friday. So we'll see. People, you know what? People might just be too hungover from yesterday. Is that what's happening?
Maybe.
That's what's going on. Okay, I get
And
it.
that may be, yesterday we had, I don't know if we got the attention of bots or whatever, because our YouTube went crazy with people watching and the likes. I noticed today it's down. Maybe I need to bring the hat back. Is that it? Is that why?
Don't
Anyways,
do.
the hat's over. It's done for another year, but
So the funny
we're
thing is,
getting.
when we're sitting at 600 likes, and I thought, our members came over and hit the like button. That's nice of them. And you guys in the chat room, don't say a thing. You guys are all quiet. Don't say no, it wasn't us. It's just quiet. Nobody says anything. And then the numbers just keeps going to like 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. Like, okay, what is going on? It's not our members. So, all right. Yeah, I don't know what was that. Someone messing with us there, but that was funny. I think we ended like at 15,000 likes. So if we could beat
Yeah,
that today,
it
guys, that
was,
would be great.
and then some disappeared. I don't know how that even works, but
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
whatever.
So, all right. So Neo, all set there. Let's take a look over at Apple this morning. Apple right now, again, just pretty much flat. Really, we're down slightly. We have the volume, but just not a whole lot going on. The only thing I think we need to put on here is just a pre-market low, 159.04, and we are good to go there. And then up here, we're going to put 162.95, I think, just in case we get running. And all set on Apple. Again, pretty quiet right now. Just volume being pushed up and down there, not really moving anywhere. Here is BA. BA, again, BA, lighter volume, a 205, which is not bad for an icy stock, especially a Boeing here. But something about it looks good. I didn't like it at first, but it's starting to get a little better here as it's doing these broken up steps on the way up to the northeast side. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Levels above here, we do have a nice one here. 198.12 might be 200, but 198.12. You can see days opening, closing right around that area, so that looks good. And then you have another one here at 203.54 towards the bottom. Previous day close, low of the pre-market. Everything's on there already, set for you. Keep it simple, guys. Don't over saturate your charts. The simpler, the better. Okay, that is our list. Oxy, Baba, mRNA, Neo, Apple, and BA. Secondary list. Let's swing through this quickly. Tesla is okay. Twitter needs help here. Great day yesterday, but not much going on. Becky could be a good one for those that do like this one. Futu, again, great volume, up 1.6. I like the daily. STNE, I'm just gonna remove. I know I don't care what the stock does. I know I'm not gonna trade it. And I could be wrong, and I could be wrong on that, guys. And and this is just for my style of trading. It's just something I know I'm not gonna touch. I'm not gonna touch it. Um, and I don't think I ever traded it. And I don't think I ever lost money on it. But it has that look. You see something sometimes. It has that look like that stock is gonna take my money, and that one has that look for me. I don't know what it is. CCL guys. Okay, right now we'll keep it on here. GameStop. GameStop could be actually GameStop. I think needs to be up. Oh, okay. I remember why I didn't put this up. We don't have shares for short. That's the problem. But this one, man, if your broker has shares for shorts, this looks very, very interesting. Not saying it's going to drop off the face of the earth here, but it's looking good as it goes back to test this level here down at 77.55. So we'll see what happens there. And then FedEx definitely in play this morning. Just not a big fan of it. So got a couple of things here that are looking decent. All right, let's move over here. Let's see what our moderators are watching this morning, guys. I'm going to fine tune this list as I am doing this. If you haven't done so already, appreciate a thumbs up over on YouTube. That helps us out a ton, guys. Takes you 2 seconds, but it does mean a lot to us. So thank you very much for that. And thank you for those that already have done that. So let's see here. Disable this video, and we'll get this over to our screen and see what our moderators have for today. Very, very light this morning. I can see our moderators are having not the same issue, but also just not a lot that they like right now, which is the overall theme this morning. Peter, no IPOs, no SPACs, typical type Friday play there. I remember a few months ago, man, this list was packed every single day.
Yeah, it was. There was
Yeah.
tons of stuff coming out. Now it's been pretty sparse. Interestingly, that SEDG that you have on the gappers down shows up on one of my IPO lists, but it's been trading for 2 years. So I'm not
Yeah,
sure what's
so
going on right there, but something weird is happening.
yeah,
It's worth
strange.
mentioning, by the way, the note up above, we didn't really talk about it, but today is a quad witching day. So essentially what that means is there's a lot of option expiry happening today. Option expiry usually, tends to create some price action, but within a very predictable and known range. So you got to be careful about that. Again, if you're here in the room, Jared is sort of an expert at talking about that. He understands the ranges and the zones and can help us with that. So I'm not surprised that we're seeing the low volume right now as that quad witching hits. Usually, you get a little bit of price action, but again, it sort of goes to levels, especially on the large stocks that where these option expiry levels are. So.
Yep, absolutely. Peter, go ahead and read out your list. I see you got a couple of things here. Not a lot, but a couple.
Yeah, like sort of sticking to the same old, same old, right? So I've got AMD, of course, because I know it always gives me something, even though it looks actually very low volume and not that good pre-market. Oxy and CCL that we've already talked about. By the way, the travel sector, so the airlines and the cruise lines are a little bit down this morning, but generally the news is positive. I am expecting to see those jump up at some time. I don't think it's going to be today necessarily, but there's, generally bookings are up. Right, the airlines are all saying that they're expecting sort of 2019 volumes to come back, especially with the spring break happening and those types of things. So I expect to see some movement. So we'll see if it happens, or maybe a little bit happens today. On my secondary list, I've got Apple, X, and FedEx, which we already talked about. Neither one of those are moving now, but they may once the market, the bell rings. And of course, PIK, just because it might be a little bit of fun. So. That's my list.
It sure can be fun. I mean, 10,000 shares traded already. We're up 17%.
10
And
million,
it's looking, it's looking decent. All right, so here we have Dima. You're looking at Oxy, Lee, Futu, and Apple. Tiffany's looking at BA, Apple, and STNE. Thor is looking at Baba, Oxy, JD, Neo, and BA. And then Jared what's he looking at here? Just kind of Looking at some long-term stuff, it looks like.
Well, this
Slightly.
is
Yeah,
this is what we were
yeah,
talking about
yeah.
the witching day, right? He said he expects
Mm-hmm.
stocks to be pinned, which means
Yeah,
again, when you know where the levels are that these options are expiring, that's sort of where the stock price gets pinned to, and that's what he's sort of talking about. So he's going to be watching those levels and sees, he's going to look to see if there's anything that deviates significantly, and that may provide an opportunity.
yep, absolutely, guys. Should be fun. Um, Guys, our list, just to recap: 914, Oxy, Baba, mRNA, Neo this morning, Apple, and BA, and then we got a couple down here that are just not doing great, but could be some good potential on there, especially CCL and GameStop here this morning. So, guys, over on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it very, very much. Make sure you hit that thumbs up if you haven't done so. Subscribe if it's your first time here and you want to see us again on Monday morning. Definitely do that, and we will see you then. Guys, remember, it is Friday, so happy Friday to you. Trade carefully today, guys. Be disciplined. You want to go into your weekend. I know I say this every weekend. It's probably like a broken record, but someone out there needs to hear it, and so I'm going to say it anyway. Be disciplined today. Trade safe. Go into your weekend. So tomorrow morning, you're sitting with your friends and family, having your breakfast or whatever you're doing, hitting the gym, whatever you do in the morning, knowing that, you know what, I was disciplined. I ended the week well. You're going to have a real good mental state of mind if you do that. If you go here today, try to be a hero, save the week. You have 2 days to kill yourself about this, and it's not fun. We all been there. Don't be that guy at 3 o'clock trying to make a winning trade on a Friday. I've been there. It sucks.
Yeah,
Do not do that, please, Peter. You know.
I know, because then you
One
start.
more, one more. It just doesn't work.
Exactly. You start taking anything just in the hopes that it's going to move, and you're really just you're throwing darts at that point. So yeah,
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
don't don't be that person.
absolutely. Guys, thank you. See you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. We're going to continue here in the chat. Brian and Andrew up next, trading live. Looking forward to their
Brian and
list.
I think it'll be Brian and Thor today. So Andrew,
Oh,
being that we've got some of our team in Vancouver, they are doing some business planning, and we have some exciting things coming with Bearable Traders. So stay tuned. We are looking at revamping some of our platforms. So Norm has told us to look forward to that. Should be fantastic. But they, I think, then went and relaxed a little bit yesterday evening. So they're going to be taking it easy this morning, and Thor's going to be stepping in with Brian.
much, much deserved downtime there. So I appreciate you guys. Take care.
All right, take care, everyone.